Hello and welcome to Arrive with me. I am Mel James and I thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to talk about non-resistance or accepting the present moment. One of my favorite quotes from Eckhart Tolle is, "Accept the present moment as if you had chosen it." Now, imagine I tend to use flat tires a lot as an analogy because what's more frustrating than a flat tire? I mean, you're in the middle of going somewhere. You have somewhere to be. You've got errands to run. You've got the kids to pick up from school or whatever you're doing. And so a flat tire, not only is it an inconvenience on many levels, but it's also usually there's some costs associated with it. You know, you're dealing with all sorts of factors, the weather, and is somebody going to help you? Does my cell phone work? So let's talk about a flat tire. Okay. Now, nobody chooses to get a flat tire. So when Tolle says, accept the present moment as if you had chosen it, accept a flat tire as if you had chosen it. Well, that's kind of a radical idea, isn't it? And kind of hard to grasp at first. But think about it. Now, what usually happens when something goes wrong? When we, are going about our daily life and something puts that monkey wrench in it. Boy, we get upset. We get frustrated. We get angry. And we try to sort of deny that it's happening. We say, this shouldn't be happening. Or, I can't believe this is happening. Or, it's just my luck. I mean, all sorts of negative verbalizations come along with that. Now, imagine if you could turn that around and say, okay, this is happening. And I'm going to deal with it. And it's going to be okay. Right? So that flat tire is just another thing that happens in your day. And if you can say to yourself, okay, I am going to pretend that I chose this, or not pretend per se, but just move forward with it with acceptance. Okay. So when you're planning your day, you know what you want to do. You know what you're going to do. And so you're going to be accepting of those circumstances no matter what. But when something goes wrong, you choose not to accept it. But the problem is that doesn't change the outcome in any way. It doesn't change the situation in any way. You've still got that darn flat tire, or you've still got whatever has happened to you, right? So that's not part of your original plan. But if you accept it as if you had, right? So, okay, so imagine that you had gone, okay, I'm going to have a flat tire today. Well, then you could deal with it and you wouldn't be so angry or resisting. And so accepting is non-resistance, and it's not trying to deny that something is happening, and you just deal with it and move forward. It becomes just another part of your day. Now, this isn't something that's always easy to do. We all get frustrated, but there's always going to be bad things that happen. Right? I mean, life is full of speed bumps, and no matter how mindful you are, there's going to be things go wrong. Now, the question is, how do you deal with it? Do you accept it, or do you resist it? Again, resistance is only going to make you angry. It's only going to give you frustration. It's going to raise your heart rate. You're going to be upset. You're going to take it out on other people. You're going to stomp around. Just let that go. Just tell yourself, this is what's happening, and I'm going to deal with it and move forward. That's non-resistance, and it can be very powerful. And so keep the words of Eckhart Tolle in mind. Accept the present moment as if you had chosen it. No, of course you wouldn't choose the flat tire. That's silly. But these things will always happen. And so if you can go at it with the sense of, hey, I can be prepared for this. I can deal with this without all the anger and frustration. Your day is going to go a lot better. You're going to be able to deal with that tire. You're going to call, AAA or whoever. You're going to get it fixed and you're going to move on. It's simple as that. So think about this the next time something goes wrong. The next time there's a speed bump. Just learn to work with that non-resistance and accept it. And you will find that your day tends to go a lot smoother. You tend to be, again, more mindful because it gives you the tools to deal with the situation effectively. And that's really what we're talking about here. The more that you try to deny something has happened, the harder it is going to be for you to solve it, to create an outcome that is useful for you. and helpful for you and with peace and harmony with what's going on around you. So the more you can practice acceptance and non-resistance, the better you will get at dealing with the speed bumps of life. Okay, I'd love to hear your feedback on this one. Let me know the next time something happens, next time you hit a speed bump. How does that affect you? How do you deal with it? Do you find yourself accepting it a little bit more? Or are you back to the same old, I can't do this dialogue inside your head? Please tell me more. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.